Caitlin Clark's coach Stephanie White makes feelings clear on addressing elephants in the room after Brianna Turner signing. Caitlin Clark-led Indiana Fever coach Stephanie White isn't afraid to address the elephants in the revamped locker room. The Fever had an incredible off-season after they re-signed Kelsey Mitchell and added DeWanna Borner, Natasha Howard, Sophie Cunningham and Sydney Colson. Moves that appeased the fanbase. However, one signing that stood out and faced tremendous backlash was their latest addition of former Brianna Turner. The Fever signed her on a one-year unprotected contract worth $85,000. Turner has had online run-ins with Clark and Fever fans amid their rivalry against Angel Reese's Chicago Sky last season. Many believe Turner wouldn't be a good addition to the locker room dynamics. However, on Tuesday, Fever coach Stephanie White made her feelings clear about handling the players. During an appearance on the Sports Media with Richard Deitch's show, White said, "From our coaching perspective, we'll just continue to be very transparent in our communication. We will address the elephants in the room. Certainly, we're not afraid to do that." Adding experience, size, and defense around Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell were some of Stephanie White's and the front office's top priorities. While fans didn't necessarily like the Brianna Turner acquisition, her skills as one of the best defensive players in the frontcourt could be critical to the team's success. With White assuring fans that she will handle difficult conversations with players if needed, this signing could turn out to be decisive if she meshes well with everyone. Fever coach Stephanie White makes feelings clear on protecting Caitlin Clark. Fever coach Stephanie White is well aware of what Caitlin Clark has to go through daily with the mass following she has. Clark has been at the receiving end of tremendous criticism and praise since her WNBA debut. The noise around her can be damning to her growth, but White believes her superstar player has done an excellent job of carrying herself through everything. With her second season fast approaching and a title pursuit on for the Fever, White is ensuring Clark has a smooth ride by protecting her peace. Here's what she said on Sports Media with Richard Deitch's show about this. "We want to protect her, certainly help protect her peace and then help her continue to grow on the basketball court." Caitlin Clark has become one of the most polarizing basketball athletes. Every move she makes and everything she says is under the scanner in this day and age of social media, making it crucial for coach Stephanie White and the Fever to ensure they can cut the outside noise surrounding their most valuable player. Caitlin Clark's mania continues to dominate the headlines, with Stephanie White summing it perfectly. Considering the young sensation's influence on the WNBA, the head coach compared her to Taylor Swift. While Clark is definitely one of the Fever's most ambitious additions, the Indiana-based franchise entrusted White to lead their fiery squad. Recently, The Athletic reported that Stephanie has a unique approach to benefiting the team's future with her dual responsibilities. "I hope they help the viewer and I hope they help my teams," she said in response to the question of how exactly her on-court and off-court jobs complement each other. Elaborating more on it, White pointed out, "As coaches, oftentimes we get very tunnel-visioned in a lot of the minutiae that goes on every day in our world. As a broadcaster, you get a very macro view. As coaches, we're often focused so much on what our players can't do. As a broadcaster, we always focused on what players can do. I feel like that helps me be a better coach and hopefully helps me be a better broadcaster." White believes these insights give her a unique edge complementing both her jobs. While Stephanie currently coaches the Indiana Fever along with the role of a broadcaster for ESPN and Big Ten Network, she revealed that broadcasting wasn't one of her plans. One thing led to the other, and what started with 5 to 6 games turned into 50 events, and she has been doing it ever since. For Indiana Fever, her experiences served as a major plus point. Stephanie began her WNBA career in 1999, playing for the Charlotte Sting and later getting traded to her current team, where she spent 4 years. Then White transitioned to coaching and went on to earn numerous accolades, eventually getting inducted into the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. Can Stephanie White's team be a title contender in 2025? After Tamika Catchings retired, the Fever spent years rebuilding, and Stephanie White was the final piece of the puzzle for the team. They haven't qualified for the playoffs since the 2016-17 season, and last season when they finally made it to the playoffs, they were crushed. And Indiana was quick to realize what they were missing. Their young starting lineup had no postseason experience, and they were quickly swept by a more seasoned Connecticut team, highlighting the need for veteran leadership. So, the Fever front office made